Right, looks like I'm live. Better do something. Yeah. It is. Okay. Hey, welcome back. My name is Doug Boyd. You are currently in my workshop, so you've seen the workshop before. Today we're going to be some interesting developments, some interesting things that I figured out. We're also going to say how much cooler this little app is. I've switched from OBS to Streamlabs, and it allows me to basically use this as a control. I can go back to my intro, shut it off, go to camera 1, camera 2. Play this game again too. Down there. Yeah. You're gonna click, I don't know if that actually works, but subscribe to the channel. It's good fun. And it makes me feel better. Gives me a nice little hit of dopamine. Boom. Hey. Okay, so when we last left our build, let's see, gotta update the date. October 29. Today is October 30. Is that actually good? Yeah, I am picking up. Good. October 30. Tomorrow, of course, is the birthday of Ken Boyd. One half of the reason that I'm here on this planet. Thanks, Dad. Appreciate that. Miss him dearly. And it's one of the reasons that I've set this. Not that he hasn't died. He's just in Florida, on his way to Florida. He will be tomorrow. He's in Indiana right now. Yeah, one of the reasons that I'm doing this live is because he's on the other side of the world, and this is kind of my way of saying, hey, come on into my shop whenever you want, Dad. Okay. So, yesterday when we last left, there was a bunch of parts here in front of me. We finished by dimpling the skin. I don't know if you remember that. If not, just check it out yesterday. Dimpling is putting holes in things, well, divots in things so that it will accept a countersunk rivet. I had cleaned all the parts, deburred all the holes, scuffed it up with Scotch-Brite. And then we got to the wonderful part of figuring out how to prime it inside, so the corrosion proofing. Now, when I did this before, the gold standard of the whole thing was to iodine the surface, which is an acid wash, very toxic, very nasty, very dangerous, and then use a 2-pack epoxy primer shot out of a paint gun. Now, I've got the big old monster air compressor over there, and that will certainly support shooting basically car paint. What I don't have is a desire to put a positive pressure air suit on and build a paint booth so that I don't destroy everybody's car in the neighborhood. So I thought, and the jury's still out on this, I thought that I would use rattle can. I'll show you what that is in a second. But this is a specific type of aluminum clad material that we're working with, and it has to be corrosion proofed. Corrosion proofing basically means it has to be acid etched and then have a epoxy layer put on top of it. That's can be done with a 2-part process, 2-part epoxy paint, or it can be done with an acid etching, self-etching primer. So I went down to the local auto shop. One glove here, Michael Jackson. Oh, man, that's good. Yes, that was funny. Hey, well, I could do kind of. Okay. Now, I don't think that's too bad. I think it'll do, because this is just the inside of the aircraft. This is not going to be seen by anybody unless against a hillside, in which case, the reason I'm wearing gloves with this hand is in case I had to reshoot it or put anything else on it. That's acceptable to me. So let's bring the other pieces in. Take a look. You can see here, this is a makeshift paint rack. I've used wood pieces to separate as I put them on their edges. Not the most uniform, but at the same time, it's just got to protect it. I can live with that. That's good. Okay. Oh, okay. Let's get over here. This one. There we go. But it is, yeah, it'll work. This one's. I'm just looking to make sure I don't start riveting things onto it. In my humble opinion, there's enough coverage here to protect it. So, yep, cool. And then finally, the rib, top rib. Oh, I'm gonna reshoot that bit. Yeah, I am. Instead of stepping outside, excuse me for just a second. Okay. Now, the next process. Oh, the actual spar piece itself, the spar doubler. The dog didn't the spar doubler come out nice, real pretty like. There. Okay. Now. The next process, according to the plans, is to start riveting some of these pieces together. And the first is, of course, the spar doubler itself as it sits inside this channel. So I'm going to drop this in. Yeah, looks good. And then I'm going to get a test piece and see about setting a rivet using my pneumatic. Because 470s? No, 426s. 426 or 470s. 4 series rivets. So we got most of them. Okay, so we have more. These for you with figuring out what that actually means. You can look it up. Let's get some test material here. Okay, so here's a nice test plate. And these are dimpled already, so we're just gonna see about putting a dimpled one in there, which is a 470. No, sorry, 426. And just drill a hole. Drill a couple holes. Just set this. It is quite a long rivet for the spacing that we've got here, so it's not going to be pretty. I just want to see if we can mash it. Okay. Let's do it that way. Okay. Now, rivet heads. Okay, what are we using for this? Actually, don't know. Strikes me that I got a tap set here somewhere. But for the life of me, I do not know where it is at this exact moment. It's got to be down here. Size number 6. These are really huge bastards. And yes, they are. Very big. And dimple dies number 10s. No, I'm looking for upper rivet dimper. No. I am sure I have one. Surely you can't be serious. Without, okay, let's think about this. This is going to be on the bottom. It's going to be on the top. This is going to go into here, thus. Remember I had to push these in by hand yesterday, or with a hammer yesterday. Well, maybe. Maybe spoke too soon. That'll hold it. Let's see what we get. I've got the rivet is sitting, my finger's off the trigger, so we're cool. The rivet is sitting right between there. And I'm just hoping that there's going to be enough distance here to set it. Okay. Are you ready, boys? Okay. Interesting. Okay, let's see how we do this. So here's the rivet. Here's the push. Well, I would call that an abysmal failure. The pressure of it right there. It's not forcing it down. Not able to drive it at all. Baga. So let's try more power. We're currently sitting at 60%. Okay, sorry, 60 PSI, 60%. Oi. Okay, we're at now 100 PSI. And we're going to try the same thing again. See if it moves it this time. And no, we have nothing. Okay, we're driving these by hand. Yay! And my one viewer. I'm dropping the pressure line on the hose. And I'm setting it to about 30. We'll see about doing this.